We check in now on the latest cattle market news with our market update, brought to you by CattleFax.
Hello, I'm Ethan Oberst of the CattleFax Update. Our neighbors to the north and south play a role in the supply chain, both for slaughter animals as well as adding to the feeder cattle and calf supplies. Canadian feeding operations have maintained historically tight numbers recently. This has caused the Canadian fed cattle cash market to remain strong through the first part of 2015, limiting fed cattle imports into the U.S. Fed cattle imports from Canada are 45% or 120,000 head below the year-ago levels at this time. Seasonally speaking, fed cattle imports should increase moving into the fall as the U.S. fed market typically makes its seasonal push higher. Expect fed cattle imports to remain on par or below year-ago levels for the second half of the year. The seasonal increase in fed cattle imports should not have a noticeable effect on fed cattle supply in the third and fourth quarters of 2015. Feeder cattle and calf imports from Canada have been about even with year-ago levels. Current imports are 1% above year-ago levels. The dry conditions there has sparked an increase in feeder cattle imports through July as producers look to relieve grazing pressure. Also helping to increase imports in the last several weeks is the U.S. feeder cattle cash market remaining firm. Feeder cattle and calf imports from Canada are expected to increase through the fall and early winter following the seasonal pattern. This seasonal increase will not have drastic effects on placement numbers in the fall or the feeder cattle and calf supply for the first half of 2016. Feeder cattle imports from Mexico are tracking above year-ago numbers. Currently, Mexican feeder cattle imports are 14% above 2014 levels year-to-date. Feeder cattle imports from the south are still within the normal range for imports and once again should not be a major influence on feeder cattle and calf supplies going forward. Expect Canadian feeder cattle and calf imports to finish the year below year-ago levels and fed cattle imports to finish below year-ago levels. Expect imports from Mexico to maintain above year-ago levels as we increase feeder cattle and calf imports through the fall and winter. For the Angus Report and CattleFax, I'm Ethan Oberst.
The CattleFax segment is brought to you by AgriClear. Buy and sell cattle in the United States and Canada with anyone, anywhere, anytime, with confidence. AgriClear, cattle marketing on your terms. Visit www.agriclear.com.